Well, it has been a scramble around here the last couple of days. Got my van home and had to do a pivot because it's not legal. Got a lot of work to do on it to get it back into shape, but this is what I'm looking at now. Got my personal truck in service, so I had to get it legal, had to put my ELD in there, put my lettering on it, and I got a little trailer hooked up to it. This is just a 20-foot flatbed, so I'm going to be doing just straight up hot shot this week and see if I can make any money at it. I'm not going to carry too much stuff. I'm just going to, if it needs chains, I'm just going to leave my chains here and just carry some straps and a small tarp. But this is what I'm looking at. And folks, I've done hot shot before, and there were a few reasons why I stopped doing it, but one of the reasons was this. In my other hot shot, I took this back seat out and I built me a bed in there, and that cab was similar in size to this one, but you can see, for a big guy, there's not much room back here. I've got some foam rubber mattresses down there, and it will have to suffice for the next week or two until I get the repairs done on this one. But I've just got some basic stuff back here that I'm carrying. I put them in totes, but I've got a tarp back there somewhere. I've got about 10-11 straps, just 2-inch straps, some few blankets, and just a few things to get me along on this. I'm contemplating putting 2 chains and 2 binders in there, but I think that's just gonna have to do until I can get this bad boy back up and running. That's just that's what the deer can do to you right there. And let me tell you, it was literally a split second. He jumped, and he would have been in my windshield if I hadn't hit the brakes and swerved. But he would have come right through my windshield if I hadn't swerved. If there would have been somebody beside me, I probably would have wrecked. But he took out the radiator and the air conditioner condenser. I had to get this radiator installed. Luckily, it was on a Friday, and somebody got the part in and they installed it for me. And I was able to get back home and get by all the way stations and cops and everything. I had one headlight working. But yeah, that's I'm gonna have to. I already put in my claim, so I'm waiting to hear back from the insurance company. And as soon as I get that, I'll be back. These repairs will probably take me a couple of weeks, trying to work off and on. But I'll get back in there with my nice sleeper and get back on the road doing that. But in the meantime, we're going mini hot shot here and see what we can do. But yeah, that is it. So not sure how much I'm going to be able to make with this. You're real limited when you have a 20-foot hot shot, but Texas, there's a lot of hot shot loads, and I should be able to make a pretty good living with it. I need to go get a spare tire put on there. But last week it started out a very good week. I was gonna do my best to stay around the house in Texas, and I did for the most part. On Thursday, I put in a bid on a load going out to Kansas, and that's when I got up close to Kansas. That's when I hit the deer. But for the week, last week, it was a total of 2,300 miles, and I made $3,700. So it was a pretty profitable week. Real easy running. My first 4 loads were right around the house in Texas and Louisiana. Really easy loads. One of them went from one military base to another. One of them was a tiny little fan, one of those little fans that come out of an air conditioning unit. But it was a real easy, nice week, but it didn't end well, especially for the deer. But a pretty profitable week. I didn't figure out how much I spent on fuel or anything like that. But pretty profitable up until I hit the deer. Now this week, like I said, it's going to be a challenge. Hot shot loads are plentiful, but they don't pay much in Texas. And I'm not going to haul any cars or trucks. I do have ramps on this thing, but it would have to be a four-wheel drive truck or very short wheelbase in order to get it up on that flatbed trailer. This is not a car hauler. So I'd either have to have some kind of really good incline because the ramps I've got on there are fairly short. But yes, I'm going to stay away from cars anyway. They're heavy and cheap. But we should be able to find something going on around here and make a decent living for the week. At least hopefully pay the insurance for the week. And like I said, it'll probably take me a couple of weeks to get the parts in and get that van put back together where I can drive it legally. But let's do this experiment and see what happens.